didn't give me a count.
They give me a countdown.
Chris is getting fired. I mean, he cannot hit the right button, and he's here now, but his face is not here. Let me remove him. There we go. Good morning. Okay, I know. I can't make up my mind what I'm supposed to be doing. So as I go through this transition, I ask that you bear with me. But I will tell you what I'm thinking in my head. I told you guys I pay $88 a month for StreamYard, which is what we're on, the platform that we're on now. I can't go live on Facebook. So I'm just on YouTube. So it seems kind of dumb to pay $88 to go live on YouTube when I could go live on YouTube for free. But I will tell you that there's two things that brought me back to StreamYard. And number one is Chris and I chit chat for like 20, 30 minutes before I go live. And I was missing that. I mean, I only went one day without chit chatting with Chris before I go live. But I was like, it's worth the $88 just to chit chat with Chris for 20 or 30 minutes before my live. Honestly, it is. I'll pay $88. So, Chris, if you ever feel like you're not appreciated, just know that it's worth $88 to me to chit chat with you for 20 or 30 minutes before I go live. And the second thing is, I don't know how to create a live and then go into it. And until I figure that out, I need to continue with StreamYard. But see, even if I figure that out, I lose the benefit of seeing Chris before my live because you can't do that on YouTube. So, Chris, dear Jesus, if you don't feel loved, I just want to let you know, Chris, I pay $88 just to see you. Anyway, so I just decided I was going to stick with StreamYard because I know how to work it, and I love seeing y'all get here early and comment, and I just missed it. I mean, I only went one day without it, and I couldn't handle it because I love seeing who's here and so forth. So I thought I would do things a little different because a lot of people that join, they don't understand my live because I'm not a live like other creators. I'm a live that teaches a lesson, which means I don't chit chat with y'all. And that is very confusing to a new person coming into my life. They're like, she's a snothead. She doesn't even, I'm sitting here trying to ask her a question and she doesn't even read my comments. And I decided that is very confusing. So I thought, well, if I get here 10 minutes beforehand, keep my glasses on, read the comments for 10 minutes, then take my glasses off and talk, maybe it'll help new people because I feel like if you do the same thing, then new people doesn't feel welcome. So I'm here until 7 o'clock reading your comments. Okay. You know me, Maul can't see. So let's see what you're saying. Chris, you are special. Julie, listen, Julie has nothing to be jealous about. I'm an old and cranky lady. Good morning, Retha. Hey, wait a minute. What was I going to tell you, Retha? I had something I was going to tell you about what you gave me. We haven't cooked the sausage yet, but we are. I don't eat sausage. So I was going to let Shane cook the sausage because I don't eat sausage. But there was something you gave us. What was it? Oh, the Boston beans. Those are good. She gave me these this candy, and she's from Boston or close to Boston. And so she gave me this basket of things from Boston, like the Boston Red Sox potato chips and things like that. And the Boston beans were so good. I'm having trouble seeing. What are you getting signed up for, Chris? Kathy, we'll all contribute $3 a month, and your $88 will be covered. Y'all don't have to do that. I just, like y'all being here is a blessing to me. It's worth $88 to see y'all here. And I just decided that Facebook may not pay me, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I want to chit chat with y'all first. Girl, Tanya, those Boston baked beans are so good. I think my prescription is changing. I'm getting more blind. Um, do you know who I feel like I've really missed? Because when I take my glasses off, I can't see who's here. But I haven't seen Cheryl Guess in a while, and Cheryl was always the first one here. And I haven't seen her. Now it's Cynthia's always the first one here. But Cheryl, if you're watching the replay or you're here, I just want you to know you're missed. And if I knew your phone number, I would literally text you and go, "Where are you?" Because I've missed you. Honestly, I have. Chris is old school and does not have an iPhone. He has an Android, so I can't FaceTime him. Oh, Cheryl's here. Oh, she is here. I never have my glasses on, so you're not here when I have my glasses on. So Cheryl, just know that I was missing you. Your Aunt Judy loves you, Cheryl. Just know that. You may tell you what I think of when I think of Cheryl Guess. You're gonna laugh, but this is what comes in my mind. And I can't remember the situation, Cheryl, but remember when something happened in the past and you told me that your brother was a truck driver or something, and that you would get him to, to like blast somebody for me? Do you remember, or did I make that story up? Isn't your brother a truck driver? I swear you told me that. I think that you told me that. Yeah. See, Cheryl, you think I remember. That's why I tell people it is so important to comment, because when you are here and you comment, I remember things. So I remembered that your brother was a truck driver. So I thought in my head, if I ever need someone blasted, all I have to do is call Cheryl Guess, and her brother will put some kind of sign on the side of his truck. Follow Aunt Judy on YouTube. I just have to make him a sign and ship it to you, and he'll get the word out. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I think of, Cheryl. And y'all know, I love to say Tisme. Tisme usually, I think, catches me on the replay, but I still think it is so funny that I thought Tisme was her first name. Tisme Laurie. And I thought, God, I wonder where her mom got that name. Tisme. That's kind of a cool name. I would really like to name one of my animals Tisme, to be honest, because I think that's the coolest name ever. Oh, and Cynthia from the Netherlands. I always feel guilty that there was a lady's name Cynthia that called my hair cheesy, because I feel like when I say I have Cynthia hair, everybody thinks it's you. And I'm like, please don't think it's that Cynthia, because it's somebody else. Oh, yes, Cheryl. That's what it was. Yes. Yes, that's what it was. I knew it was something. I knew it was something. Heidi, I saw your post on Facebook about running away, and I was like, girl, I'll run with you. I wish that I could get up and go walking with you every morning, Heidi. I do. I used to have a walking buddy, and we walked every morning, and it was kind of like our girl time. And I so would love to come to you and go walking. Just saying. She is oh, it's 7 o'clock. I was enjoying chit chatting, but I'm taking my glasses off because we have a lesson to learn. If you're just catching, you don't know who I am. I am Judy. I'm the owner of Sneed's Farmhouse. Our morning lives are more about teaching you how I got to where I am today. It is not a live that that you're probably used to with other channels, especially farm channels. A lot of people that follow me follow other farm channels. The reason I am on social media is because I feel like God is putting me in front of people that I normally would not be put in front of because you're in other states and you don't come toward my farm. And I really feel like, and this is just how I really feel like that I have a calling to talk about real life stuff that people don't normally talk about because they're uncomfortable. And my whole life, I have struggled with depression, a lot of different things. And I had to work really hard to get to where I am today, but that doesn't mean that I'm perfect. So I talk about real life stuff and how I got to where I am today. So this week, gosh, I should have had it out here. This week, every morning when I get up, I go grab a cup of coffee and then I grab my phone. And I usually, try to read scripture or I read comments that people, are on my Facebook page that I don't get to read during the day, and because I get busy. And there is this person. Please tell me I didn't delete it. There's this person, and when I saw her comment, I recognize her name because, or it may be him. I don't know, because it's just generic. It's a generic name. It's not like Brenda Atkins. It's a generic name. It's like, anyway. And I woke up, I think it was Wednesday morning, and I actually sent it to a friend because it hurt me. It really did. It was a comment on YouTube. It was not on Facebook. And I'm going to go back and try to find the comment. And I woke up and I was like, wow, nothing like a Debbie Downer right off the bat. It's like, and when I get comments, I read them. I read every single comment that is put in front of me. And this is the comment that I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and right off the bat, this is the first comment I read. And it said, your video quality audio is lagging for the first few minutes. Not a fan of all your family drama. I just watched to see the animals. Judy, you're way too dramatic. Calm down. Film more animals. Poor Shane. And I woke up and read that comment, and I was like, oh my gosh. And the first thing I did was send it to a friend. And I was like, this is the first thing I see when I get up in the morning. Wow. And the first thing that I did was I felt I wasn't necessarily mad, because I don't expect to be everybody's BFF or everyone to agree with me. I don't expect that. So I wasn't mad. I felt depressed. I felt called out. I felt defeated. I felt, why do I do what I do? I went to a really bad place at 5 o'clock in the morning when I read that message. And I even was so upset. Now, I did not post her name, but I even put it on my regular page, not my Sneed's Farmhouse page, but my Judy Waniger Sneed page, because once the depression and everything set in, I almost felt mad. And what I felt mad about, I thought when she said my audio was lagging, I was like, well, when you edit your videos, how does it work? Is what I felt like. What I wanted to say. I thought, do you know how hard it is? Because like little things like when you turn your camera and you zoom in, your audio goes bad. And then you have to edit on your app to get the volume right, because if you zoom in, and y'all know what I'm talking about because it happens with every creator, but if you zoom in, it's like you can barely hear you. And then when you zoom back out, your voice goes back to normal. And I thought, Chicky Mama, the lady that just ruined my day at 5 o'clock in the morning, could you let me know how it works when you edit videos? Do you ever have lagging, or are you like a perfectionist when you edit videos? That's what I felt like. I almost felt mad. And then when she said I was dramatic, I'm like, girl, I don't pretend to be this person that has all her crap straight. Are you kidding me? I talk about I have mental health issues. I am dramatic. Like, are you just watching me for the first time? No. Like, I don't know. It made me kind of chuckle. That part made me chuckle. But I decided to give her grace, because the first thing I was going to do is block her, because I'm like, you ruined my day at 5 o'clock in the morning. You made me so depressed that I wanted to give up. But then I decided to give her grace and go, you know what? Maybe she was having a bad day. Maybe, I don't know, but I'm not going to block her, because I need to give her grace. I need to give her a chance to know me, because it would not be fair for me to go block everyone that didn't agree with me, right? Because that's not who I am. I don't expect everyone to think I'm great and wonderful, because I'm just a human being. So I didn't block her. I went on about my day and realized that the only person I can control is myself. So I let her comment make me depressed. So I went on about my day. And that night, or that next day or something, I told Shane, I said, no. I told you I posted it on my Judy Waniger Sneed page. So then Shane read it on my Facebook page. And he goes, poor me. I don't know how I live with you. And he goes, Judy, This is what he said to me. Judy, that lady was right. Okay. What does that mean? That lady was right. You do talk about your family drama, and you are dramatic. You are. That was in the morning, and then he left for work, and I was like, talking about freaking being in the dumps. Okay, it was one thing for that lady's comments to put me in the dumps, but then Shane took me to a whole new level. He walked out the door, and I was literally going, I hate my life. I went to a really, really bad place. Really bad place. And I sat there and I was like, what are people trying to tell me? That I talk too much? That my stories suck? That I'm dramatic? Like, what am I like? What am I supposed to be learning from this? Why is my husband saying this to me? Like, I don't know. So I sent him a text message and I said, my home is supposed to be my safe place. That's what it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to find peace in my home. So then he called me on the phone. And I said, Shane, you just kicked me in the teeth. You just agreed with this lady that had me so backwards. You're supposed to be my right-hand man. And he said, I'm sorry. Shane don't say I'm sorry. But he said, I'm sorry. And I walked away. The next morning, I got up, 5 o'clock in the morning. I grabbed my coffee. I sat down. I grabbed my phone. And Monday's live, the lady commented again. And this time she said to my morning live, do y'all remember what I talked about Monday? She said, very long, depressing video. Way out negative content lately. Just go get a regular job for your income. Stop talking so much about Larry. Move him into a home, respectively suggested. And I'm like, lady, you have ruined my day for 2 days in a row. The first time I gave you grace. I gave you grace and thought, maybe you had a bad day. But this is the second day that you have ruined my morning at 5 o'clock in the morning over your negative comments. Maybe I'm not the channel for you. Maybe you should just move on to somebody else. Obviously, Judy is too dramatic, talks about family. Maybe I'm just over the top for you. Maybe I'm not the channel for you. There are so many other channels out there. But this lady, I have seen comment in the past. So I know I would call her a backup dancer. And so I began to respond to her. Oh, I need to back up. The first day she responded, I invited her over to tour my farm. And I invited her over to meet Larry. And I had invited her over to sit down on my couch with me. I did. I invited her over to my house because I wanted her to physically see what I do every day. Okay, So then I woke up, I read this comment, and I'm like, another day in the dumps. Really? So I began to write her a comment. And I said, the first day I gave you grace, thinking that you just had a bad day. But dang, you're having two bad days in a row of like hating on Judy. And I'm not going to sit here and listen to this. So I blocked her. I literally blocked her. And I hated to do that because I'm not a person that expects everyone to agree with me. But I blocked her. That afternoon, a family member came over to my house that I don't see too terribly a lot, okay? Came over to my house and he said, I read that comment that lady said about you. I said, you did? And he goes, yeah. He said, she was right, Mom. I didn't mean to say Mom. She was right. She was right. Uh, you're just posting stuff to get people to comment, or you're you should all of a sudden you're talking about this stuff on your personal page about being a caregiver and it's come out of nowhere, and it is kind of dramatic. And I sit there like this listening. He left. And I sat there going, God bless. So I came inside by myself and I sat down. And I tell you guys, I always ask myself with every situation that I'm in that is painful, I go, what are they trying to tell me? And what am I supposed to be learning from this? So I started breaking things down. And I said, okay, Judy, because what I did, I've been doing for the past, I don't know, I'm just going to say 2 months. I've been talking about my life as a caregiver on my regular Judy Waniger Sneed page on Facebook. And what I go through on a daily basis, because I deal with dementia and autism, and nothing that Larry does makes any sense. And most days, I am absolutely miserable trying to figure out what he's trying to tell me, or what's wrong, or how to be the best caregiver I can be. I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm here alone while everybody else goes to work or goes hunting or goes on with their life. I face it every single day, 24 hours a day. And I asked myself, why are you posting that on Facebook? What are you trying to tell people when you post that on Facebook? Well, the first time that I wrote something, I was I was speaking out of complete pain. I'm going to tell you right now, having someone on hospice in your house, declining, dying right under your eyes, and you're trying to take care of them is painful. And if you've ever experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. So if I seem dramatic or I seem depressive, it's because I am. I am not a channel that pretends to be someone that I'm not. I don't slap a smile on my face when I've got my heart breaking, but my stepdad is dying in my house. And it is painful. So, yes, ma'am, I am depressed. Yes, ma'am, I am dramatic right now because it is the most painful thing I've been through. Yes, ma'am. I've done it for 8 years. Every day for 8 years. So I said, the first time that I posted out of pain. And the day that I did that, there were so many people that reached out to me that said, oh my gosh, I am going through the same thing with my dad or my mom or my husband or my brother or my sister. And people were like, thank you for talking about it. And I was like, oh, I'm helping other people. I'm helping myself and I'm helping other people. So I continued that journey of talking about what it's like to be a caregiver on my personal page because it was helping me and it was helping other people, I thought. But when my own family agrees with this lady that said those things to me, I felt kicked in the teeth. So the next morning, I woke up, and of course, I was thinking I didn't get a negative message from her because I blocked her, but I was thinking about my family member. So I was like, I'll tell you what, I'll send him messages of people telling me that I'm helping them. And I did. I said, look at these two ladies right here that sent me a message just yesterday telling me thank you for talking about being a caregiver and thank you because I felt like I wasn't alone. Thank you. So then I was a little smarty pants and I said, I may be embarrassing you, but I'm helping other people. That wasn't nice. And then a couple of hours later, I get an apology from my family member. I'm sorry that I said that. I got home and thought about it, and I realized how much you help other people. But in the back of my head, I'm not the type of person that says, they apologized to me. I was right the whole time. I'm not that person. I'm the person that goes, what were they trying to tell me? Because these two people love me with all their heart. These are my family. My closest family. What are they trying to tell me? Can they see something that I can't see? I mean, it did feel good that they both apologized to me, but just because they apologized to me doesn't mean that I'm right. It doesn't mean like, oh, they were wrong, I'm right because they said they were sorry. They realized they caused me pain and they were sorry for causing me pain. But at the end of the day, what were they trying to tell me? Is there something that I'm missing? So I began to try to break things down because a lot of times when we get in an altercation with somebody and then they say they're sorry, you're like, I was right. I was right the whole time. See, treated me ugly. But that's not what we should do. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. So as I sat there thinking in my head, what was Shane trying to tell me? Am I embarrassing to my family because I'm very outspoken? Am I embarrassing them? Are they saying these things to protect me because they love me? What are they protecting me from? I mean, what's going to go wrong? Like what? I don't understand what they're trying to protect me from. I mean, what are they trying to tell me? I mean, they both said that they were sorry. So maybe what they said was wrong. So I just sat there and I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. What am I supposed to be learning from this? Why does this feel so painful to me? Can't anybody see what's happening to me? Like, and I'm talking to myself. And as I break things down, sometimes I'm funny with myself. As a matter of fact, the other day, when I broke things down in front of you, y'all were like, is her sprite spiked or what? Because as I began to break things down and get myself to not have expectations, I just turned it into a big old fat joke. And it worked for me. Because sometimes as I'm breaking things down, I realize how ridiculous Shane is acting. And I realize that I need to have grace upon myself. And I just turned it into a big fat joke. And then I'm like, hey, I am a expert filmer maker, and people are like calling me all the time asking me to film because I am high and mighty. Like I had to turn it into a big fat joke. But this situation, I have to break it down and it's not a joke. It's serious business. The two people that are saying this to me, I do trust their opinion. I do. And I do care what they say. So it's not like I'm going to bypass what they said to me. I got to figure it out because these two people love me with all their heart. What are they why are they saying why are they saying about the family drama? Why are they saying that? And I was like, I think they're right. When I stopped and thought about it, I was like, I think they're right. I mean, granted, I guess telling my life as a caregiver, you know, I am helping a lot of people, but there's that one person, you know what I mean? That one person that can turn it all into something terrible. It takes one person. And I sat here, and as I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I just need to keep Larry off social media. I need to not talk about what it's like to be a caregiver. I need to just leave Larry, just like I have to leave the center off Facebook. I have to leave the group home off Facebook. I have to leave workers off Facebook. I have to leave, I say Facebook, social media. I have to leave people that volunteer at my farm off social media. And now I got to keep Larry off social media. And I go, what am I here for? Like, I mean, am I, and I sit here and think about like other people, and the only people that I can really compare myself to is other farms. So let's just talk about the farms in Alabama. Let's just talk about that. They're nothing like me. They don't sit and talk about what it's like to have their mom or dad live with them, or they don't talk about marriage problems. I mean, they just slap a smile on their face and out there just feeding animals and loving on animals. Like, why am I different? Like, why don't I just do what they do? Why don't I mean I mean honestly, they're bigger than me. Their numbers are all they're growing. I'm not. I'm not growing. So like maybe I should just learn how to fake it. Just slap a smile on your face, Judy, and just freaking fake it. Like everybody, I mean, you can't tell me that none of them have marriage problems. I mean, forget the fact that their parents live with them, but I mean, you cannot tell me that they don't get in little altercations, but you don't ever see it on Facebook or YouTube. They don't talk about it. So why am I talking about it? just shut up, Judy. I mean, maybe I do exaggerate. Maybe I am dramatic. Maybe I do talk about my family problems too much. Maybe, maybe they're right. Because, I mean, when I go out there and watch other channels, they're nothing like mine. Maybe the problem is me. I don't know. I at the end of the day, I don't know I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to lie. I don't know how to fake it. I don't. I'm just terrible at it. I will tell you that I was that kid that was not a good liar. Like mom could always tell when I was lying. I was always the first to get the spanking because she knew I was lying. Like my other brothers could like convince her that they were telling the truth. I could not do that. It was very obvious that I was lying. My face would turn red. I would break out in hives. Like it was so obvious. And I'm like, do I need to go to acting school? Like, do I need to learn how to act like nothing's wrong with me? Like, like, I mean, surely I can fake it for a 20-minute video and just pretend like everything's just absolutely fantastic. Maybe I should go live like the other people do, you know, and try to talk Shane into sitting down with me, and we'll pretend like our marriage will make all y'all that maybe you're not married wish that you were married and had a husband like Shane. Or maybe we could go live, and if you are married, you can sit there and wish that you had a marriage like me and Shane because it's perfect. Maybe I should do that to y'all. And then you'll sit over there on the couch and be depressed going, I wish I had a husband like hers. I wish I was married to a man like hers. I mean, I guess I could fake it. Or maybe men that look at Shane go, I wished I had a wife like Judy that had the little in her, that was a little entrepreneur. I mean, we could fake it. We could fake it, and I could tell you that I don't have mental issues and I don't fight depression. And me and Shane could just sit here and go, oh, seriously, you bought that for me. I could do that. I could pretend like he's this wonderful romantic man. I could go to Walmart and buy flowers and say, Shane bought me these flowers today. Was that not so sweet? I could pretend to be that person. But I'm a big fat, I'll have liar written on my forehead in neon lights to go, she's a liar, because I'm going to break out in hives trying to pretend like Shane brought me home flowers. I don't know. As I sat there, I thought, man, this lady that sent a comment has stirred up a lot of things. And then I think, if I leave Larry off social media and I don't talk about what it's like to be a caregiver, and I just, slap that smile on my face and pretend like everything's okay, like, I'm going to have a mental breakdown. I'll be going live from the second floor of the hospital if they'll let me have my cell phone, because I think I would have a mental breakdown if I couldn't say what was hard. But then, so many times as I grow to have relationships with backup dancers, meaning I talk to them over the telephone, or I talk to them through email or messenger, I hear all the time, well, ever since their page got big, they're not who I used to follow them, but then they got this following and they changed. They totally changed. And I don't follow them no more. All they do it for is money. Or they'll say that their personalities changed. Like, everything's changed about them. And I can't stand to sit and watch them. They're fake. And I'm like, ooh, I don't want to be that way. God, please humble me at all times. Do not let me be that way. But then as I sit here and I go through what I've gone through this week, I'm like, well, how do I not change? I mean, dang. As you start growing and more people come on board and more people are opinionated, and I mean, like today, this morning, I woke up, I looked at my phone, I got this message from this lady going, "Will you please go look at my profile? I am in desperate need of help. My daughter was sexually abused and I have a GoFundMe and I need you. We have tried everything in our power to raise money for me to go to court to fight my ex-husband because he sexually abused my daughter. And Aunt Judy, I watch you religiously and I need your help. I need you to share my GoFundMe." And I'm like, so I went to her page and I watched her live video. I just wanted to, I didn't know if she's a real person. I watched it and I'm like, I am not about to share a GoFundMe on my page and have backup dancers think that I know this lady and donate to her. At the end of the day, I talk to y'all, I protect y'all. I'm learning as I go forward. I am learning to protect my backup dancers. I am not about to share anybody's GoFundMe, period. But I can see why people that create content, I can see why they change as they get larger in numbers. Because I see here and share my life, and it takes one person to run it all for every one of us. And it's sad that we live in the world that we live in, but that is a fact. I mean, for example, think about what's happened to me earlier this year. Some person decides they hate my guts and they call the USDA until the USDA calls me because they want to ruin me. They hate me. Everybody I put on social media, people have the opportunity to try to use it against me. So as I grow and as other creators grow, we have to protect. And when this lady says, okay, last Monday, I poured my heart into my life. I talked about looking up to creators and how I realized that my creator that I should be looking up to is the person that created me. And I talked about like having as a caregiver, it was hard to take Larry's cell phone away, but Larry was live at like 5 o'clock in the morning and didn't know it. And so I had to make a hard decision as a caregiver to take his cell phone away, and how Larry wants me to give him his cell phone back so he can watch me on Facebook, and how I thought that was ridiculous until I lost my Facebook this week. And I was crying talking about it. And she said, "Very long, depressing video. My morning lives are about a lesson to be learned. Weigh out negative content lately." That is about my live Monday. "Just go get a regular job for income. Stop talking about Larry so much. Move him to a better home." That person right there is someone that is not a Judy fan that would use Larry against me. So I've made the decision to no longer talk about Larry on social media. I have no choice. That one person, can you imagine what that one person could do? That one person could cause all kinds of ruckus in my family. And it's a shame that we, as content creators, have to change the way we do things. But out of the protection of my family and Larry, I have to. I have to. So I I will tell you, I feel like when it comes to my page, the past months, really, I'm just going to say couple of months, I have learned so much. And I thought in my head where I was sitting there trying to break it down about what Shane and a family member said to me, what are they trying to tell me? They both told me they were sorry, but that doesn't mean I'm right. What are they trying to tell me? And as I sat here and read this lady's comment over and over and over, I think what Shane and my family member was trying to tell me is, I love you and be careful. I didn't see that in the beginning of the conversation. I felt kicked in the teeth. I felt like I was living unsafe with my family not being by my side. That's how I felt. But oftentimes, when there are things like this that come up, I have to break them down. And I have to pull tools out of my pocket to be able to figure out what people are trying to tell me. The first tool I pull out of my pocket is stop. Stop. Why are you talking? Judy, why are you talking? Shut your trap and pause. Listen to what they have to say. Because oftentimes when people say things that make us mad, we fire back. What makes you think you can tell me? You know what I mean? We kind of do that. But if we stop and listen and don't try to come with a comeback, even though we think they're wrong, stop. First tool, stop. The second tool, why are you talking, Judy? Shut your trap. The third tool, pause. What are they trying to tell you? Those are the tools I had to pull out of my pocket to figure this out. What are they trying to tell you? And I could have stopped when both of them apologized to me. I could have said, Told you, jackleg. I could have been ugly. Oftentimes we do that. When someone apologizes, that means we are right. It doesn't mean you're right. You still have to pull the tools out of your pocket to go, what are they trying to tell me? Because these people are my family. They love me with all their heart. What are they trying to tell me? They're not being ugly to you, Judy, but what are they trying to tell you? So that tool came out of my pocket. What are they trying to tell you? Because that is a tool that I use. The other tool that I use is, what am I supposed to be learning from this? So I had to pull like 6 tools out of my pocket to be able to process all this. And where they told me they were sorry, unfortunately, I don't think they don't go to counseling. So they don't always choose the right words to say to me. But I think what they were trying to say to me is, I feel scared. I mean, Mom, you've had, I said it again, God bless, I'm sorry. You've had the USDA called on you. They've called the Better Business Bureau. They've called the IRS. They've called animal control. Like, I did it again. Sorry. I'm scared. I think that's what they were trying to tell me. But it felt almost like an attack on me because they were agreeing with this lady that was talking so negative about me. But I don't think that they were they did say the words. Well, she was kind of right. She was kind of right. They don't know how to use, they don't properly know how to articulate what they're really trying to say. If they would, let's just say Shane, if Shane would have said to me, Judy, I want to talk to you. I know that you're having a hard time as a caregiver. And I think we need to spend more time together and we need to date more. I need to get you out of this house. I need to love on you. I want to be your safe person, Judy. I want you to come to me when you're in pain. I don't want you to go on social media with your pain. I want you to come to me. I want to be your safe spot. I'm here for you. I have your back. I would rather you come to me versus putting it on social media. But I see what's going on with you. And from now on, once a month, you and I are going to have a night away. I would have understood that. I would be like, okay, from now on, I'm coming to you. I won't put it on social media. I'm coming to you. I get it. I'm glad that you see that. But instead, the words he chose was walking out the door to go to work. She's right. You do exaggerate. or not exaggerate. You are dramatic. You need to keep that off Facebook. It felt like an attack. But listen to me. Listen to me. People that do not have tools in their pocket, they do not know how to express what the other person needs. And we can't fix that. But you can fix the words for them when you have tools in your pocket. When you stop, why are you talking? Shut your mouth, Judy. Pause, break it down, and figure out the correct words he should have said. Because the words that he chose are a train wreck. Walking out the door to work, saying what he said, put you in total left field. But what is he actually trying to say to you? But unfortunately, I have this man that does not go to counseling that uses the worst words in the whole wide world. I have to figure out what they're trying to say to me. And what they're trying to say to me is, I see you hurting, but that could be used against you. It has before. I hope what I've said today helps you. Because unfortunately, most people do not use the words they're actually trying to say because they don't pause to try to figure out how to tell you what they're trying to say. But you have the power to figure it out by pulling tools out of your pocket to break down what they're really trying to say. They may use anger in trying to tell you what they're trying to say. And then when they use anger, they have to apologize because they had anger. And they say they're sorry. But if you just go, I accept your apology, and you don't break it down, you're losing your blessing. Where they may have an anger issue and that's their flaw, you are smarter than that. You have to go, okay, he used anger and he's a big old fat jackleg, but what is he trying to tell me? Because chances are he said it wrong because he doesn't know how to articulate but anything but anger. But probably when you put on those thick pair of glasses and try to see through them and go, okay, he doesn't have his Aunt Judy in his life and he hasn't learned how to put tools in his pocket, but I have. So let me try to figure this out and figure out what he's trying to say to me and what I need to do. So today is Wednesday and you have a choice. Sitting it out is accepting the apology and stopping. I was right. He finally apologized to me. I'll try to figure out if I'm going to accept his apology, jackleg. Okay? Dancing is not stopping at accepting an apology, but go a little bit deeper. Pull out the tools in your pocket to figure out what people are trying to say to you. Because I believe this lady that wrote this, she probably could have saved me. I don't think she chose the right words to say what she was saying. She may have just been a snothead. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's up to me to figure it out. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you being here. And I have a field trip today. I love you guys so much. And I hope that I was able to help you in some way. I hope there was something that I said today that you can relate with. But I will see you next week. Bye.